Procrastination is something that thousands of people have problems with all over the world. We have all experienced that feeling of stress and frustration that comes with knowing that you have wasted time when you should have been trying to finish a task. Procrastination is the process of putting off a task that you don't want to do. Often we find that we have managed to do everything else, except the one thing we should have done. But how do we overcome procrastination? The key with overcoming procrastination and becoming more productive is to understand why you procrastinate. It turns out that the answer is biological. Usually we put off things we don't like doing. Knowing that you have to do that unpleasant thing causes mild anxiety in your mind as a response to what your brain sees as a threatening stimulus. This produces a fight or flight response. It is the same impulse that kicks in as if you were attacked by a bear. You would be left with two options. Either you fight the bear or you run away. Procrastination is like running away. Calm your monkey mind. The Buddhist concept of the monkey mind is that we sometimes have so many thoughts in our head at one time that it can be hard to focus on one task. It is like there's a monkey jumping around and causing chaos in our brains. We have to learn to calm the monkey in our mind. One way that many successful people calm their monkey mind is to set aside a few minutes before beginning a task, writing down every single thought that comes into your mind for a few minutes. Every random or useless thought is put on paper so that you do not get distracted by new ideas. If you write down a good idea, you can always come back to it later. Failure and negative emotions. It is easier to blame procrastination than to accept the possibility that we are not good at something. We have to train our minds to see that failure is a positive learning experience and not something to be feared. If we see failure as valuable, it cannot be something we want to run away from, but rather something that we run towards. The 15-minute rule. If a task is intimidating you for any reason, instead of dedicating long periods of time to doing it, try dividing the task into smaller periods of time. Caroline Buchanan, the author of the 15-minute rule, recommends that we set a timer for ourselves and only dedicate 15 minutes at a time to difficult tasks. Once we trust ourselves enough to dedicate 15 minutes to something, we can grow in confidence and gradually increase the amount of time we spend doing something until it is completed. Let us know if you procrastinate. How do you handle it?